Hi, Nanny Cola here, and today I tried this gnome made by originally by Sarah from Ruffles and Rain Boots, and she is another gnome maker who makes gnomes and home decor on YouTube. You can check out her channel. The pattern is free, and she gives you 3 patterns with it. One with a cone, I don't remember what the other one was, and a sewn one. And this is the sewn one because I prefer to sew rather than to glue. So as much as possible. So if you'd like to see how quick this and easy this gnome really is, go ahead and stay tuned. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is take our patterns. I've already traced them on here, but so you have 2 pieces here. Let's get these out of the way for the moment. So you have 2 pieces of here for the hat. And you can either just fold it over if you have the 10 by 10, or you can cut it. I cut it because I got a little short there on it. Okay, and then place your pattern so that everything fits on there and trace around it. And then you can do one of 2 things. You can either hand sew it. You'll see where it starts and finishes. You can either hand sew it all the way around and make it look, you know, really more ancient, where before they had machines, or you can go ahead and I would just sew around the lines. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to sew around the lines on that. Then we are going to want to take we only need 1 piece for the body. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to trace around the body. And I've already done that. And then you can either just put them together, matching your lines, like this, and then just pin it. Or you can just cut it out and do it that way. So you want to leave the bottom and the top open. And you want to go ahead and sew that. And then you'll want to cut out your circle. And then I will be back with you. Okay, after you have sewn all of this, make sure that you have set up your glue gun to get that ready. And then just go ahead and trim. Take your pins out if you have not done that. And then you just want to cut along the bottom. And then just cut right along that line. And then do the same for the hat. You're going to cut out a little outside of the line because of the fact that we sewed on that line. So just go ahead and finish that up. Then take your pattern for the circle and trace that around. Or if you have one of these and from the trim, then you can trace around that. And then you want to cut that out. Okay, after you get the circle cut, then you're going to go ahead and pin it all the way around the bottom of the body. So get your pins. Now, whichever way is easiest for you to sew, you can do the pins on either side. I'm hoping this will fit because it was just millimeters off of Sarah from Ruffles and Rainbows pattern piece. So we'll see. Hopefully it'll go together. Okay, this actually fit perfectly. So it's just right for that. And I did use approximately 1/4 inch seams all the way around on this. And then, like I said, I did on the line in this, so it may be a little bit bigger than what Sarah's from Ruffles and Rainbows is. Now we're going to go over to the sewing machine and we're going to sew all the way around there, and then we're going to turn everything right side out. So now that we've got it sewn, you can do one of 2 things. Because this is round, you want to make sure that you are able to turn it easily. So you can either take a little scissors and you can clip all the way around, or you can just, if you have a pinking shears, Again, that's the one, I've used it in my other videos, and it's the one that has the ridged edges on. And it's not those ones that you get that you use for paper. These are not paper scissors. These are actually pinking shears, and I actually got these off of from Amazon. I did have another pair, and that I've had for probably 50 years, and they are extremely heavy and hard to work with, but they do still work. And they're all silver, so they don't have a soft hand. And these are, for pinking shears, they're very light compared to my other ones. And I don't remember what I paid for them, probably around $20, maybe less. I got them like a couple years back, I believe, maybe during 2020, during the pandemic, when I was doing a lot of this again. So now we just want to turn everything right side out. So just turn it right side out, get your stick, and just push it out. And then I just kind of run it around the circle. And there isn't much sense in ironing that. And then do the same with the hat. So I also used the pinking shears to cut around the hat. The hat being a little bit tricky with that little curved end there, you might want to start there and try to get that out first. Be careful that you don't poke a hole through with it. Let me get my rounded end. Let's see if that'll work better. It is very difficult to do this. I have not made this hat before, so it is difficult, and that's probably why she sews by hand most of them down the front. And you could do the same thing. You could like pink the hat and then just sew it with the same color where you wouldn't have to turn it. So that's another idea. So just work on getting that turned. Okay, so I got it turned, but I need to go back in there and continue to work on that curve. So just being very careful so that you don't, you know, get a hole in it. Just keep on working that little curve there. Need to find a little point part here. So just go back in there and keep working that till you get that out. With felt, it is a little bit thick. You can also use fleece for this, but I wouldn't recommend it. I think the felt stands up better for this type of hat, so I think it's cuter with the felt than it probably would be with the fleece. Okay, I'm going to go over and iron this. Okay, so we have the hat and we have the body, and the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and pour the rice in. So it's good to have a funnel to do anytime you're going to do rice. You'll want to have a funnel, and I got these at Walmart, 2 of them. There's a big one, and this is the medium one for like 97 cents, I believe they were. Took me forever though to find them. I don't know where they were, but after like 6 times going to Walmart, I finally found them on the aisle where they were supposed to be. So I poured a cup of rice. I want to see just how much so we can kind of measure it. And you want to fill it about 1/3 full of the rice, and the rest will be stuffed. So I'm not quite sure. That's why I put a cup in to see how much we actually are going to use, so I can give you a better idea of what you'll need. Maybe just a little bit more. It's not going to take the whole cup. That was only a 1/2 cup, so I'd say maybe another 1/4. Yeah, that should do it. And then we'll just stuff the rest with the fiber fill. So you just want little tiny pieces to stuff into the top there. So just go ahead and stuff that. Okay, so we have put in our rice And we just want to make sure that everything sits nice and flat in there, and that your fiber fill is pretty well to the top. And then we are going to put some stuffing in the hat. And the shorter part, this part here, the shorter part is the front, and the longer parts are in the back. So that'll just stay in there. Then you could just take a little bit of stuffing and stick it up into the hat just to make the hat stand out a little bit. You don't need too much, it doesn't seem like. And we can put some more in the back in a moment. Okay, and then we're just going to kind of try our hat on here, see where we want our beard. So here's our little beard. Just kind of put it up there. And just try the nose a little bit, and then the nose will go up there. Okay, so we go ahead and hold on to your hat. And that looks like that is about, that's about 1.5 inches from the top is where the beard is going to fall. So just go ahead and glue your beard on. And just let that dry for a second. And just take your brush once it's dry there and just brush it down a little bit. You can do other stuff with it if you want. Okay, now let's go ahead and put our front on. Let's get our bead. And there you go. So that's about where we want the bead. We just put a nice glob of glue right there. Maybe a little bit on the felt so you can get it both places. And hold it on. This isn't my favorite bead because it doesn't have the hole in it. It doesn't have the, which is, the hole usually gives you a little bit of a flatter back to put it on. So just hold that on for a second. Looks like it needs a little bit more. If you see any of your fur sticking up, you can just go ahead and put that down. Get glue on another one of those sticks. So there we go. Okay, then here's the front of our hat. See that fits in there just about perfect, and then we're just going to take and put a little bit of glue on the sides. I put it on the felt. You can put it on the nose or the felt, either way, and just hold that on. That'll help hold that bead on, especially if you end up with a bead without a hole in it. And then maybe you could use a little bit more stuffing if you want a little bit more in the back. You can put a little bit more stuffing up there. I think maybe half of that. I do love this little hat. I just think this is so cute. It just reminds me of Christmas and Norwegian, Scandinavian, stuff like that. And then just take and glue the back part down. Probably could have used a little bit more right there, but it'll be fine. And there he is there. And so he's pretty darn cute, just as himself. But there's a couple of things you can do. If you want to put arms on him, then make arms. You can either make it just a flat, straight arm and then just use the half beads. And you can just tuck those right underneath his little hat there. You can also, let me get this a little bit closer there. Okay, you can also do things like, if you want him to look like he has little feet, you can use these little hearts that you can get at Dollar Tree, and that does look pretty cute. So you could glue him on there, and there's little round things like this, and you could stain that and put him on a little round thing, and then you could even you could set him over to the side and put a little something like a little mouse or something there. I'm also going to put a jingle bell up here. And then you can also use the yarn, which is in my other videos. And I guess you can get this at Hobby Lobby too. I've noticed since I started using it, I see a lot of them using it. And you would just go around like that if you want him to look more like a Santa gnome. So you can do any one of those things. But this is the base. And I hope you like him. I think he turned out pretty cute. And it's pretty easy. And it's a really quick gnome. So the other ones, you can also do this with cones by covering the cone if you want to do gluing on all of them, rather if you don't like to sew. So again, and I think I was mispronouncing the name of Sarah's YouTube channel is Ruffles and Rain Boots, not rainbows. I've got rainbows always on my mind because everybody likes rainbows. So it's Ruffles and Rain Boots, and you can get that free pattern there. And it looks like it's very easy to make. So I just wanted to show you how really easy it is to make, and that anybody can make it, not just Sarah. So, because I know a lot of times Patty, J. Good, and Sarah make everything look really easy. And sometimes it's not, but I will say this one is really easy. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Stay safe. So I just thought I'd show you here at the end of the video what he looks like with arms and the little heart from Dollar Tree that looks like little feet, almost kind of cute, because in Norway and Scandinavia and places like that, you're going to have snow, so it looks like little snowshoes. And for the arms, I just cut approximately a 3 1/4 long by about a 2 1/4 inch wide piece of felt, and then I just used the half bead and I just rolled that up in there. I didn't put any pipe cleaners or anything in it. So that's how he looks with a little bit of arms and a jingle bell, and I used a star. I really would like some holly, but I haven't found any little pieces of holly yet, because that would be really cute with a little piece of holly there. Anyways, if you like seeing all this, please subscribe. Give me a like. I'm not getting a lot of likes. Maybe you don't like it. That's okay too. It's up to you, but I would love to get some more likes. So you have a wonderful day.